Hello and welcome back to my channel again, my AD&D solo channel titled No Regret in Ket. This is episode 5 of the campaign, and if you'll recall from the last campaign, the last session, we went back to Lorabas to try and collect some payment from Nushane the gnome. We got a bit of payment for our discovery of the orcs of the Broken Bone tribe in the dungeons of Taroosh, but not a ton. So we decided to do a bit of rest, keep a low profile, and then head back to the dungeons again, which we did on day 3, the evening of day 3, flock time, the 5th of flock time, and now we've made it back without encountering any random encounters on the way to the dungeons. So we made it back. Just want to make a quick clarification from some of the things that happened last session. I was looking at the video again, and there are some things that I wanted to clarify or change. When we calculated the XP for our adventurers, it said they had 30 XP, but we didn't include the monies we got from Nushane, so it is actually 45 XP per character, per Nushane's payment. And then the map of the dungeon that I was looking at, I was holding it upside down. This is what it looks like, and I kept saying, well, they wanted to go west because I put this little arrow here when it was upside down. I was like, this was the dungeons. But this was actually the dungeon, and they wanted to go east because, well, that's the way that the single orc fled. So they actually wanted to go west so they could go try and flank them if they were huddled up here. So we will be going west this way today, even though I said east yesterday based on the upside down map that we were looking at from last time. However, I mean, this may show that perhaps we need a cartographer or somebody who's good or experienced at making maps in the future. But as of right now, this is what we've got, right? And sometimes mistakes are made, and that's okay. But we are gonna go west today. And then when I was doing the NPC reactions with Nushane, I should have been taking the PC's tendencies and personalities and the reactions to account for how Nushane will react. And since I've been doing this from the beginning, I've been doing the NPC's reactions. And I think it's supposed to be the NPC's tendencies and personalities, but it should be the PC's tendencies and personalities. So I'm going to do that moving forward. Unless somebody else out there knows a difference, or I'm doing it correct anyways, but let me know in the comments, and that would be great. We will be, taking time when we get back after this delve. We'll be taking time to flush out Lorabas, the village, to give it a little more character. I don't want people to think, and I don't want to play this way. I want it to happen over time, and sort of blossom. And I don't want to rush myself. There's nothing going on in town. Let's go back to the dungeon. I do want to sort of develop the village and the characters in the village that our characters can interact with. I think that will be, make it feel more alive than just using it as a checkpoint to heal and things like that. And the other thing, this is not a clarification, but how many orcs are in this dungeon? And the characters aren't going to know this, but we should know this as DMs and people on the outside looking in, because that's gonna determine how often we're going to be interacting, or how often we're going to be finding orcs in the dungeon when a random encounter comes up. And so in the dungeon, the monster manual, the orcs, the orc layer, the numbers in the orc layer are 30 to 300. So that's going to be represented by 10d10 times 3. And we'll find out, we'll know how many orcs are in the dungeon, see how populated it is. And by that, it will sort of change the wandering monster percentage chance of orc versus other monsters in the dungeon. So 10d10 times 3. So that's 8, or sorry, that's 9. 9, 2 rolls, 9 total. 4 rolls, 25 total. 6 rolls, 35 total. 8 rolls is, oh, there's gonna be a lot of them. Let's see. 35, 45, 50. And 10 rolls, 61. Times 3. That is 183 orcs populate this dungeon. I'm not gonna populate, like, I don't think I'm gonna populate with children and non-combatants and females and things like that. But anyway, it's going to be 183 orcs in the dungeon. And minus the 6 we already slew, so that will give us 177 left. Of course, we'll have to figure out, like, the leader and the guards as well, but that's going to be 177. So, yeah, okay, so that's going to get us, we made it to the dungeon. We're retconning this stuff here. Not retconning, but clearing up some of this stuff here. And if you recall, we did decide to go to the west through this door. We have, just gonna show you how we're keeping track of things. Here's our roster. Farouk, Zoar, Jizna, Mumala. Hit points 10, 5, 8, 9. Mumala gets +1 to damage because he's strong. And that, you know, those are all their armor classes. You know, 6, 10, 7, 8. And then here we've got the marching order is Farouk, Mumala, Zoar, and Jizna. And then Zoar, number 2, is holding a lantern as they go through the dungeons. Now the lantern's one sort of flask of oil in a lantern burns for 240 turns, which is 2 hours in the dungeon. So we'll keep track of that as we're going along. Wonderful. Okay. And then obviously we'll be opening up the Dungeon Master's Guide, Appendix A, to do the random dungeon. We'll find out what the dungeons of Taroosh actually look like, right? Okay. Me doing a lot of rolling here at first to figure this what's through the doors. They are So what we're going to do is I'm going to keep track of things down here. And we're obviously we're pretty new in the dungeon. It's dark down here as normal. We did, Zoar is going to, light up his lantern. And we see that, like from last time, we saw that the spikes weren't taken out. So we'll remove the spikes from the doors, and that will take sort of a round for each door. So 1, 2 rounds. And then we're gonna, while Mumala is doing that, Zoar is gonna listen at the western door to see if he can hear anything on the other side. So I think listening is listening takes a round 2. I think it's like 1 to 12. 1 to 12, 10, or 1 to 12. We're gonna say 1 to 10, 1 and 10. That you can hear something on the other side of the door. Nope, you didn't hear anything. So he tells them that, no. Nothing on the other side of this door. He doesn't believe there's anything on the side of the other door. So we're gonna get, Mumala is our tough, so we're gonna get Mumala to open the door, because as we know, doors are stuck generally in the dungeon, stuck against the characters, and so they have to open it themselves. And I think I've heard this before. I think on the Bandits Keep YouTube channel, that the dungeon itself is against it's against the characters. It is also an enemy. It doesn't want them there, and it wants to make it hard for them to make their way through the dungeon. So yeah, the doors tend to be stuck, right? So Mumala, I think it's 1 to 2. 1 to 2 on a d6. Just look that up. Strength 15. 1 to 2 on d6. The good guys 2 opened it on the first round. So we're 3 rounds in. Make it into this area. Okay. Let's see. Random room generation. Okay. D20, our first periodic check. Can we see this? Okay. That is a 9. 6 to 10, side passage, see table 3. Side passage. Side passage is D20. 4. Right, 90 degrees. Passage width 8, 10 feet wide. Check it down in 30 feet on the same table. So 90 degrees. Here we go. So we're headed north. 10 feet wide. Check again. And 30 feet. I think we're going to check, I guess this is just a passage, but when we're going to chambers, we're going to check for smells and things like that. So, open the door, turn around. So we talk about listening, casually examining a room is one turn, but we're just checking for traps. So guys, well, we're not checking for traps, we're just checking along the way. So I think it's going to be, going to map it. It's not a 20 by 20 room, so we'll call that another round here. So round 2, 1, 2, 3, 5 rounds. So let's check again. We're not making a racket, so it'll be the normal kind of check. 17. Stairs. See table 6 stairs. We've already got stairs. Oh my goodness. 11. Chimney up 1 level. Passage continues 30 feet. Okay. Chimney. Since we're only 20 feet down, the chimney can only go up. So I think, like, if we're gonna make, have to make judicious and logistical decisions here. If this chimney goes up, it is it's an exit. It's a little. It's an exit. Like so we're gonna spend a turn. So this is that's a turn. 1 turn. And we're gonna spend a turn climbing up there, making sure that it does go out to the top. And logistically, it would have to, because we're only 20 feet underground at this point. So there'll be another turn. Figure out what the heck to do. And then we're gonna come back. Obviously, we've been, maybe there's a secret door here. So, I think we have we have the ability to look for secret doors. Think about I think it's like a 1. We don't have any. We have a half or. Okay. It's like, I'm gonna say 1 to 2, 1 to 2, and a D10. Oh, secret door. So secret door, east to west, 50-50. So we'll go 1 to 3 east, 4 to 6 west. That's a 6. So west. There's a secret door right here. Umala finds the secret door. Interesting. Okay. We're gonna open the secret door. One to 2. Nope. Umala fails. Boom. So here we are, right? 1. He found a secret door. But he opens it on the second try. Okay. Let's decide. And this is a chump chamber. All right. Back up to the D20. 3. Sorry. So what's beyond the door? Location of the door. Okay. Result. Okay, we'll go with this one. D20. What did I get? I got 3 there. So parallel passage, 10 or 10 by 10 room if door is straight ahead. No, it's left or right. So parallel passage, 10 parallel passage. Extends 30 in both directions. Well, this is interesting. 30 feet in both directions. 3. 1, 2, 3. We're still going down. So I feel like we should go in deeper or further north. Zoar thinks we should go farther north. Zoar is white. Umala is mnemonic, and Taroosh red. Oh, 1 to 3 north, 4, 6 south. Mubala and Zoar think we should go south. Everybody else thinks we should go north, so we're gonna go south. Oh no, wait a second. Zoar thought we should go further in, so we're gonna go. And Zoar and Mumala agreed, and we're gonna take Mumala's. We're gonna 30 feet north. Okay. So the passage. Check again, 30 feet. Parallel passage, cemetery. Okay. So, let's check periodic table again. Yep. North 17. Stairs again. Okay. Stairs. Nine. Up. Dead end. 1 in 6 chance shoot down 2 levels. So Mumala's like, I'm gonna climb up this thing, so you will figure out what it is, but it is going up. Another chimney. Yep. We do have to keep track of the time too, right? Like another turn. Umala's gonna climb up. Another. Stairs up. Stairs up. 1 in 6 chance that it's a shoot down 3 levels. 2 levels. is not. So it's a dead end. Maybe it was like a one that, you know, covered in over time. So this is a bit of a dead end. I'm going to come back down here and go south down the passage. Mama's like, what is going on? Give me something. Where's the treasure? Give me something to fight. 14. Chamber. See table 5. Check 30 feet after leaving this table. Okay. Chamber. See table 5. So we got something. Chamber. Okay. D20. 14. Rectangular 30 by 50. Here we go. We're constructing a chamber here. It's like, nobody remember where we came from. We got ourselves a chamber. We do a couple of things here. We're gonna figure out the exits, figure out what's in it and what it smells like. Okay, so rectangular exits. Number of exits. Okay, D20. 17. 17. Any size. D4. D4. Okay. There are 4 exits from this room. Exit location. Opposite wall. Okay. So an exit here. Sorry. No, gotta keep it in sight. 19. Same wall. 10. Left wall. 9. Left wall. What's the left wall is east. So it'll be 2 here and 5. D10. 1 to 5. 1 to 5. 1 5. 2 6. 3 7. 4. 6. 1 2 3. So it's gonna be exit here. Exit here. Opposite wall, left wall, same wall, left wall. is figuring out 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it can't be the same. So it's gonna be, I'll put it down here. Okay. And then a same wall one, which has to go back up here. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4 exits. Okay, so then we're doing the exits, the contents of the room. This is a big deal. We want something in here. We really do. 10. No, it doesn't sound like it's gonna be a big one. Empty. They're disappointed. Mumala's kicking the grounds at it. It's a little disappointed. So they're gonna take a turn to do this. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're 40 minutes in. Okay. Well, where should we go now? Leader asks Zoar, and Zoar's like, "Oh, there's 4 different ways to go." I think we should go. I think we should go. Yeah, I think we should go. There are two exits of the chamber on the east wall. Yeah, let's go. Let's go east. He thinks we should go east. Everybody else is inclined to agree with him because there's 2 eastern ones. We got. We're gonna go through here, and we need to do the periodic check again. Change the rooms. Okay. Okay. 11 passage turns. Check width on table 3. Table 3. 14. Passage wise. Okay. Okay, I think that's passage wise. That makes sense. This is wise. Turns, check with table 3, and again 30 feet on this table. This is interesting. So does make sense. I'll do this. Let's Let's see if we're gonna, let's check this way. Periodic check. 5. Door. Oh. Left. All right. 50. 51 to 100. 7. So the door is here. Then we're gonna, this one's gonna go up 30. And so we know that there are so we found a couple of secret doors. Let's quickly check. Let's quickly check some dungeon dressing. I thought I would do that. At least intermittently. But the fact that we're coming to the end here, because it's pretty late again, we're gonna check sort of contents in the room, or in the chamber here. So the last thing that we had was we still don't know what it is technically. So we'll go. We think it's furnishing 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're trying to understand what this thing is, where this place is. 1, 2, 3. Torture chamber stuff again. So I think it is torture chamber. And greens the 10s. $91 in the torture chamber. A vice. We find a vice in the room. Has been used here. Say vice. Vice is in the chamber. We'll say unexplained sounds and weird noises. Six. Bellowing. So there's a bellowing sound in here. Is it a ghostly sound from somebody who was tortured? The vice was, gripping on some of their appendages for whatever reason. But that's a bit horrific in a way. And so it gets the group on edge, and they're not sure exactly what's in store for them yet. They haven't seen anything yet. We've got, it would take another turn to sort of thoroughly examine the rooms. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. we're going to take a moment to rest for a turn here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll do the obligatory wandering monster check for 6 turns. 1 in 10. Nope, there are no wandering monsters. So, we're currently here, and we're going to open up this door. We're going to come back here, open up this door, and listen. Listen at the door. Nope, we don't hear anything. Mamala's going to bust the door open, or he's going to try to. 1 to 2. Bang. Nope. Yep, second time through. Wandering monster. Oh, and they have to, or they rested there. So he bangs the door open. Let's find out what's on the other side here. Quickly check it out. The periodic check on the other side of a door. Space beyond the door. 19 to 20. D20. Oops. Don't mind that. Dice is falling everywhere. Okay. The door. 9. Space beyond the door is a passage. 45 degrees ahead, behind. That is going to take us off the map. Once we go 45 down here, passage. It really is a bit of a maze, isn't it? It's really it's really addictive to try and keep going, but we didn't find anything. Three stars. The direction will be appropriate to existing circumstances, but the direction before the slash in preference to the other. Okay. Let's find out what's the end. What's the end of this chamber? That is a 16. A chamber. Another chamber. Chamber. Nine. Rectangle. 20 by 30. $30, $20. You know, it's really addictive. You just want to keep going, right? Another chamber. Another chamber. 20 by 30. Let's check what else we got. Got the shape already, the size. Already done the size. number of exits. Room area. Up to, so there's only one. Maybe one exit location. 15. I didn't see that. 15. Right wall. That's interesting. Okay. 50-50. 1 to 50, 60 to 100. Okay, it's gonna be here. There's an exit to the chamber here. Okay, chamber room of contents. This is the other exciting thing to do today. 7. That's not going to be good. It's empty. My goodness. The direction of the exit. What if we use that for the direction of the exit? The 7, it's just straight ahead for 30 feet. And then we'll use this rule. I mean, I'm cheating, but it's not really. Because this is the... So, we'll go with the room contents. I'm probably going to be like, oh, 6. Empty. Okay. That's a little, a bit of a, you know, lack of an interesting chamber or chamber contents. So we found a vice in here. Let's do some more of this stuff. What's in this chamber? This is 217, 218. We'll do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 magic user furnishings. $37. A flask. Ooh. A flask. Now, what does it smell like in here? Oh, odors. Let's do that. 22. Dank, moldy smell. A little bit of sniffing, dank, moldy smell. And then there's a flask in here. Dank. Okay. I think we'll call that. We've been away an hour. I mean, this is gonna, we'll shut this down. We'll pick this up later. The dungeon's starting to take shape. There's more torture chamber paraphernalia that we found. There's some bellowing, like a ghostly kind of bellowing that maybe sort of put people on edge. And then we've got you know, passageway down here, a passageway down here, and a passageway here to sort of figure out a couple of chimneys that ended, one ended in a dead end, the other one. So we do have an alternative exit to this place here if we want to come in down here later to bypass maybe some of the stairs and things like that. But at this time, we have yet to encounter another monster or creature. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turns and 2 rounds. The light's still going. We still got some. We did rest here, so I put the wandering monster was there, but we did rest as well. So I'll put the rest here so that we know that they took the rest. They're starting to feel like, oh, hey, you know what? It's not as bad as all that. There's some like spooky kind of sounds, some odd, you know, paraphernalia that's starting to tell a bit of a story, but you're not seeing any sort of orcs or other monsters under the ground just yet. We do have like an escape hatch or a chimney that might be used for people to get out or get in, an alternative entrance, which is always interesting. But it's starting to take some shape, and I feel like we'll find out what's going on over here next time, and maybe come across some treasure. But that's it for now. I am looking forward to getting down and doing this again. So thank you for watching. Please comment and like and subscribe to my channel. And we'll see you next time. Thanks again for watching.